Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered. What a world class race. And that guy up there is a 6-time British GP winner. You know the score by now. Driver ratings, we rate them out of 10. All 20 drivers will be covered. People ask me, what's there? The circles is the score I give them. Write a little bit of information about them. This is driver ratings, random. Russell Kubica, I'll give them 6 out of 10. Best result as a team, but we must not forget that Perez Vettel had issues. But yeah, more positive light for Williams. It's very hard to mark the Williams. Antonio Giovinazzi, 3 out of 10. He's a really good qualifier now. It is magnificent, but good quality. P11 beats Raikkonen. Huge mistake in the race. Drops it. Is it Club or Vale? I always get them two muddled up. Drops it at Club. Brings the safety car out. He was a key impact in the race, really, with strategy. But was it a mistake or was it a car issue? It did look weird, and not exactly a corner where you would drop it. So I don't want to say it was his fault, but I don't know, it could have been a car issue, but I'll give him 3. Kimi Raikkonen, 7 out of 10. It's a solid performance by the Iceman. He's P8 in the race, he qualified 12th. Solid, we hardly saw him on TV, but he's consistent. He's outperforming that Alpha, isn't he? Got a lot more points than Giovinazzi. Carlos Sainz, 8 out of 10. It's a tough qualifying for the Spaniard. He's knocked out in Q2. Qualifies 13th when that McLaren should be in the top 10. But in the race, strategy pays off. Best of the rest. Held off Ricciardo. Has a worldie in Austria. And he delivers again. Is this guy a future world champion? Everyone talks about these youngsters. But Carlos Sainz, does he get the credit he deserves? 2 world-class races by the Spaniard. Lando Norris, 7 out of 10. Norris should have been in them points. Lando Norris, he qualifies 8th. He finishes 11th. Amazing battle with Ricciardo on the opening lap. We come through the old pit straight. We're going side by side. The smiling assassin and the Englishman. Through cops. 185, 195 mile an hour. No one lifts. That's what we like to see. Safety car cost him massively. His qualifying's a worldie. He's a megastar over 1 lap. But yeah, shafted by safety car. Had to pit again. Should have come in when the safety car was out, but never. It's disappointing, especially at his home race. But he'll be there next year because he's just signed a new deal with McLaren. Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri, it's James. Fuck off, James. 10 out of 10 for the finishman. Pole position, beats Lewis Hamilton round Silverstone, gets pole, so take that into consideration. Amazing battle with Lewis Hamilton. We applaud Mercedes for letting them race. Unbelievable. Hamilton's got DRS as we go down into Brooklands. Bottas goes deep. Hamilton gets a switchback through Luffield. Then the cameraman pans to the crowd when they're side by side. Tickle your forehead and call yourself Jeffrey. Then we come down the old pit straight. Bottas gets it back, but shafted by the safety car. Amazing battle with Hamilton. Pole position. And to get a pole position and beat Lewis Hamilton around Silverstone deserves the accolade of a 10. And all round he was a good performance. Lewis Hamilton, 10 out of 10. 6 times round Silverstone. I mean, it's just incredible. From following this guy from 2006 and to see where he is now, the all-time pole holder, 5 championships, gonna be 6 by the end of the year. He's gonna beat Schumacher's 91 wins next year. The guy is, well, he doesn't get the credit from British people that he should get. It's a disgrace, but he will only be remembered when he retires. It's 10 out of 10. 6 win. Benefited from the safety car massively. Fastest lap on hard worn tyres. That's incredible. Amazing battle with Bottas. It's brilliant by Hamilton. Max, 9 out of 10. Hey, Maxi. Amazing battle with Charles Leclerc. Just lap after lap after lap. Has a great battle with Vettel. Gets him down into Stowe. And then Vettel kamikaze on the brake pedal. Rams him off. How he survived and didn't retire, I'll never know. Max is P4 in quali. He's P5 in the race. Should have been on the podium. Vettel smashes him up the arse. Huge error. Pierre Gasly, 9 out of 10. Best weekend in a Red Bull. I've been hugely criticised in this guy, and deservedly so. Best weekend in a Red Bull. He deserves the praise. He's P5 in qualifying, P4 in the race. Would have been P6 in the race if not for that contact Max and Seb, but he took advantage of it, so he's there. Battle with Leclerc was amazing. He was fastest in practice 1. A massive confidence boost for the Frenchman. Danny Kvyat, 6 out of 10. Great fight back in the race. His qualifying was abysmal. P17. He's got up to 9th. But the TV, they don't show his performance. He was not happy about that in his interview. I wasn't on TV again, he said in his interview. Ali Albon, 6. Qualifies P9. Race P12, his tyres went off. Unlucky Albon. Now, Sebastian Vettel, 1 out of 10. 4-time champion of the world. Huge mistake in the race. How many is that we've seen over the last 2 years? He was amazing in that Red Bull. Took Mark Webber to school. But when he's under pressure, he does not... I don't know. What is wrong with Sebastian Vettel? He hits Max, makes a massive error, poor qualifying, very average weekend, 1 out of 10 for the German. Charles Leclerc, 9 out of 10. World class move on Pierre Gasly, round the outside into village, unbelievable. Battles with Max all race, pacey all weekend. For me, he should have had pole. He's 3rd in the race, 3rd in qualifying, world class by Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez, 2 out of 10. I mean, 15th in quali, lost his front wing with Hulkenberg, ruined his race, down into Brooklands. Next, Lance Stroll. As usual, it's a poor qualifying, race pace much better. I'll give him a 3. Now, on to the Haas boys. I'm going to give him 0. I mean, I've actually got 2 written down for both of them. I'm going to give him 0. They're abysmal. Romain Grosjean, 0. Retires after contact with his teammate. The golden rule, don't hit your teammate. Poor qualifying. And then to top it all off, this guy, Romain Grosjean, spins in the pit lane in practice 1. Spins in the pit lane in practice 1. Embarrassing. Kevin Magnussen, 0. Shocking weekend in general. Poor qualifying. Retires. Lap 7. Contact with Grosjean. Basically, both Haas's. I mean, I don't get it with Haas. 1 week they're world class. Look at Kevin Magnussen at Austria. Does a worldie. Race pace nowhere. And then they know they've got no race pace, and then they go and hit each other. It's just, it's kamikaze. Right. 2 more drivers to go. Nico Hulkenberg, 6 out of 10. P10 quali, P10 the race. 1 point. He's a consistent driver, is Hulkenberg, but he made a massive error at Woodcote. Not Woodcote. What am I on about? Woodcote? Maggots and Beckett's. He came slow on the Hanger Straight. It wasn't captured on TV. He must have gone off at Maggots and Beckett's because he was very slow. He lost like 4 seconds on one lap. Daniel Ricciardo, 9 out of 10. P7 all weekends. All over Sainz for a 6th place. And really impressive, considering they were nowhere in Austria. It's a bit of a worldie that by Ricciardo. So there we have it. All 20 drivers covered. The British Grand Prix was epic. And now I'm going to do something a bit different because I'm in a very good mood. We've got a loyal watcher here, Motorsport Tube. Always comments, always on the race reactions, qualifying reactions, driver ratings. He's give his driver ratings, so I'm going to go all the way down. Now, it'd be interesting to see, well, we can actually check, because I've got my driver ratings here, right. Obviously, he's going to have them in a different order. Shout out to Motorsport Tube, loyal viewer, and here we go. Right, my race reaction. I've got it on my phone here, his comment. My personal driver ratings. He's gave Hamilton a 9. Okay, I gave him a 10. He's gave Bottas a 9. I gave him a 10. Charles Leclerc a 9, so we agree on that one. Gasly, he's give Gasly a 7. I gave Gasly a 9. Max a 9. Where's Max on mine? Yes, I gave him a 9. Sainz 8. I believe I gave him the same, yes. Ricardo 8. I gave Ricardo a 9. Raikkonen 7.5. I gave him where's Kimi? Kimi 7. So pretty similar. Kvyat 7.5. I gave Kvyat 6. Nico Hulkenberg 5.5. I gave Hulky a 6. Norris 7 and Albon 7. I gave Norris a 7. So and Albon 6. I gave Albon. Stroll, Lance Stroll 5. I gave him a 3, so we were a bit off on that one. George Russell 5. I gave him a 6. So again, Vettel 1. I gave him a 1. Kubica 4.5. I gave him a 6. Perez 2. Yeah, that's the same. Giovinazzi 2. I gave him 3. Grosjean 4. I gave him 0. So we're definitely a long way off that. And he's give Kevin Magnussen -5. And I gave him a 0. So there we go. We got a couple right where Sainz, Vettel, who was else? Norris was another one. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix done. And yeah, I thought, why not? Comments on the videos will give you a shout out. Like a couple we agreed, which is good. But this is what it's about. It's about opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You can disagree with me. It's all about opinion. This is my opinion for driver ratings. People have different opinions. He gave Lance Stroll a 5. I give him a 3. But Norris, Vettel, and etc. we agreed on. Yeah. But there we have it. What a race. That race is going to be played back for many years. That is Silverstone qualifying reaction done. Race reaction. Driver ratings. We go on to Germany in a couple of weeks where Vettel had heartbreak at his home race. I do like Germany, I'm not going to lie. Are we going to see another dominant Mercedes performance? Can Vettel get redemption for going off in the wet last year? Wet, dry conditions. That is driver ratings done. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. We'll always reply. And Silverstone, what a weekend. What a track. What an attendance. What an atmosphere. That is what F1 needs. Brilliant. And for it to even be in question of going off the calendar is a disgrace. How can you question it? It provides a world-class race, great racing, sequence of corners, Copse, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel, Hanger Straight, Stowe. It's just to even be in question. You have 300,000 through the gates, 140,000 at the race. It's just a world-class event. A world-class event. And for it to even be in question, for me, is a disgrace. Silverstone should be on the calendar. It should have a 50-year contract because it's just a world-class event. It's a world-class race. I mean, probably it's got to be the best attended Grand Prix out of the 21 Grand Prix. Italy's good. China's always good. But Silverstone, it's just levels above. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. We'll always reply. Driver ratings done. Lewis Hamilton wins an epic GP. Adios.